think now would be a good time to talk.
It's a great time to be a vampire hunter in
I think now
Skyrim.
would be a good time to talk.
Okay, Serana. And where we last left off, Chad had rescued Serana's mother from her prison in the Soul Cairn and had collected the Blood Elder
I think
Scroll.
now would be a good time to talk.
Today, he's gonna see if he can find the Dragon Elderscroll, and for that, we have
I
to
think
start
now
at the
would be a
College
good
of
time to
Winterhold. But before we can get around to that, Serana really has something to say.
I think now would be a good time to talk.
Okay, Serana, okay. Well, we're back.
I wasn't sure we'd make it out of there in one piece. I know this sounds weird, but I felt kind of scared. For you. For both of us. The Ideal Masters could do anything, really. They could have trapped us there for one. I wouldn't like to be a hostage for eternity. Again.
A gullible vampire believes in some unseen forces, huh?
Maybe you're a pile of talking script jelly. The Ideal Masters are real. Everything I said about the Soul Cairn was real. There are trapped souls, cryptic, floating entities. We fought an undead dragon. What we saw basically spelled out everything I had read about that place. The Soul Cairn, realm of oblivion as ruled by the Ideal Masters. And of course you didn't see them. They're called unseen for a reason. Ugh. Wait. You're just messing with me, aren't you?
Well, at least you'd have better company than an Elder Scroll this time.
It's not funny. Maybe next time I'll be the one to personally soul trap and place you in the Soul Cairn. See how you take that.
Well, with dignity and panache, of course.
You really don't give up, do you? Seriously, I'm just glad it's all over. I know I can be moody sometimes, but honestly, I appreciate that you're keeping our spirits up. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome, Serana.
There is something I'd like to tell you, and I really feel like now's the time. Do
Maybe
you
later you can show me some
like me?
tips. Piercing
Not just as a
components
friend,
begins to
but
land a
as
finishing blow.
something else?
Got to work on my.
I think you know what I mean.
Well, I think you know how I feel.
Then, hopefully this won't be awkward.
And it says the two of us kiss.
I fear the night, because the werewolves and vampires don't.
And then I guess she has no? What?
It's nice, actually. You are so nice and... Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to...
Well, a little lost for words, huh? How are you feeling?
I feel free. For once. I didn't mean to jump you like that. I just wanted to do it. My way, this time. To conquer my fear and do the very thing that still gives me nightmares. On my terms. It had to be someone I trust. It had to be you. I used to see intimacy as a way to deceive, to take advantage, and most of all, to demonstrate power. Control, domination, degradation. It's like, all my life, I've only ever seen a facade. I just wanted to experience what it's really meant to be like for once. With you. Sounds good.
Oh, so you've got so much baggage you could get on an airplane, huh? Well, if
Hey
you're...
there. I have a little something for you.
Oh. Well, thanks, Serana. But if you've got everything all worked out, can we go save the world
for an
now?
alchemist, you're pretty good, and that's saying something, coming from me.
Yeah, she seems back like she's normal. All right, everybody, let's go.
We'll show those faithless dogs who this land belongs to.
Skyrim belongs to the Nords.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Well, what is this place?
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge.
All right, well, I gotta get in there.
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
Well, I seek the knowledge of the Elder Scrolls.
Do you? It is true there are some here who have spent years studying the accumulated knowledge of the scrolls. But what you seek does not come easily, and can destroy those without a strong will. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college? Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
All right, give me this test.
Excellent. The Mage Light spell is useful to any mage, not just those specializing in alteration. Can you cast one on the seal on the ground?
Sure, I can give that a shot.
I look forward to it. Winterhold's glory days may lie behind it, but the... Well done indeed. I think you'll be a superb addition to the college. Welcome, apprentice. I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
Boy, everyone walks so slow. Are you gonna kill me?
I love it when dinner walks right in my eyes.
I love the smell of burning flesh. Reminds
I
me
thought so.
of cooking. Is anyone else really hungry?
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated.
Well, you seemed rather unalarmed by that guy who just tried to kill me. Great, thanks for the tour there.
There's so much magicka that I can feel here. It's great.
Hey, wake up there, old man.
What now?
I'm looking for an Elderscroll there, buddy.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about?
Oh, of course I do. Do you have one here?
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
Well, I need to find one, and I was told that you could help me.
I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have are plenty of books. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Until next time.
All right. Girls, get out of the way. Serana, you need to calm down.
Ever since we've been going here, I've always wondered how things compared to the Mages Guild. Are they largely the same, or do they differ in a lot of ways?
I don't know, but I'm glad you calmed down, because I don't like having to shout at you. Oh, lots of goodies.
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the College, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Very good. Then we're done here.
Yes, you tell him, screw the Thalmor. Where are you going?
Welcome to the College.
What do you want? And what do you plan to do with it?
Well, we just talked about this. I'm looking for an Elderscroll. Do you have one?
Even if I did have one here, I would let you see it. It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
Yeah, you just said that. Well, what? You said you would help. What's up with that? Are you going to help me or not?
I don't know who told you that, but I'll do what I can. What we do have, I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
I guess you got bored because I wasn't following you, huh?
Watch out! I could have been doing something gravely important.
Yeah, but you weren't. Now were you?
Wow. Are you seeing this?
Yes, Serana?
Check it out. The college has got so
Here you
many
go.
books
Try
here.
not to spill
I've never
anything
been to a
on it.
proper library before. We kind of had one back on the island, but can you compare that To this? To think, all the countless books they have stored here. The decades, the eras of knowledge. The tales of stories of heroes of old, fables, legends, all sorts of narratives. I know we have important things to do, but don't you think it would be a good idea if we'd relax here for a bit? Just browse what they have to offer.
No, Serrano. We'll come back and check it out some other time, but not right now.
I guess it can, but we are coming back here eventually. The College of Winterhold. Being here always increases my mood.
Effects of the Elder Scrolls. It is widely known among scholars that the Elder Scrolls entail a certain hazard in their very reading. The mechanisms of the effects has at present been largely unknown. Theories of hidden knowledge and divine retribution were the subject of idle speculation with little investigation. I, Justinius Polonius, have undertaken to thoroughly document the ailments afflicted by the Elder Scrolls on their readers, though a unified theory of how they manifest continues to elude me and remains a subject for future study. I have grouped the effects into 4, finding that the avenue of experience depends largely upon the mind of the reader. If this is unclear, I hope that a proper dichotomy will lay it plain. Group the first, the naifs, for one who has received no training in the history or nature of the Elder Scrolls. The scroll itself is effectively inert. No prophecy can be scribed nor knowledge obtained. While the scroll will not impart learning to the uninformed, nor will it afflict them in any averse fashion. Visually, the scroll will appear to be awash in odd lettering and symbols. Those who know their astronomy often claim to recognize constellations in the patterns and connections, but such conjecture is impossible to further investigate, since the very nature of this study necessitates unlearned subjects. Group the second, the unguarded intellects. It is this second group that realizes the greatest danger from attempting to read the scrolls. These are subjects who have an understanding of the nature of the Elder Scrolls and possess sufficient knowledge to actually read what is inscribed there. They have not, however, developed adequate discipline to stave off the mind-shattering effect of having a glimpse of infinity. These unfortunate souls are struck immediately, irrevocably, and completely blind. Such is the price for overreaching one's faculties. It bears mentioning, though, that with the blindness also comes a fragment of that hidden knowledge. Whether the future, the past, or the deep natures of being is dependent on the individual and their place in the greater spheres. But the knowledge does come. Group the third, mediated understanding. Alone in Tamriel, it would appear not only the cult of the ancestor moth has discovered the discipline to properly guard one's mind when reading the scrolls. Their motivates must undergo the most rigorous mental cultivation, and they often spend a decade or more at the monastery before being allowed to read their first Elder Scroll. The monks say this is for the initiate's own protection, as they must have witnessed many unguarded intellects among their more eager ranks. With appropriate fortitude, these readers also receive blindness, though at a far lesser magnitude than the unguarded. Their vision fogs slightly, but they retain shape, color, and enough acuity to continue to read mundane texts. The knowledge they gain from the scroll is also tempered somewhat. It requires stages of mediation and reflection to fully appreciate and express what one saw. Group the fourth, illuminated understanding. Between the previous group and this one exists a continuum that has, at present, only been traversed by the monks of the ancestor moth. With continued readings, the monks become gradually more and more blind. but receive greater and more detailed knowledge. As they spend their working hours pondering the revelations, they also receive a further degree of mental fortitude. There is, for every monk, a day of penultimate reading, when the only knowledge the Elder Scroll imparts is that the monk's next reading shall be his last. For each monk, the penultimate reading comes at a different and unknowable time. Preliminary work has been done to predict the occurrence by charting the severity of an individual's monk's blindness. But all who reach these latter stages report that the increasing blindness seems to taper with increased readings. Some pose the notion that some other, unseen sense is, in fact, continuing to diminish at this upper range, but I shall leave such postulations to philosophers. To prepare for his ultimate reading, a monk typically withdraws to seclusion in order to reflect upon a lifetime of revelations and appoint his mind for reception of his last. Upon this final reading, he is forever blinded as sure as those unguarded ones who raced to knowledge. The illuminated one, though, has retained his understanding over a lifetime, and typically possesses a more integral notion of what has been revealed to him. It is hoped that this catalogue will prove useful to those who wish to further our mortal understanding of the Elder Scrolls. The moth priests remain aloof about these matters, taking the gradual debilitation that comes with reading as a point of pride. May this serve as a useful starting point for those hoping to take up study. Dictated to Anistus, Mectum, 4th of last seed in the 126th year of the Second Era. Yeah, we'll hold on to that. Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls. Imagine living beneath the waves with a strong-sided blessing of most excellent fabric. Holding the fabric over your gills, you would begin to breathe, drink its warp and weft. Though the plant matter fibers imbue your soul, the wretched plankton would pollute the cloth until it stank to heavens of prophecy. This is one manner in which the scrolls first come to pass. But are we the sea, or the breather, or the fabric? Or are we the breath itself? Can we flow through the scrolls as knowledge flows through, being the water, or are we the stuck morass of sea filth that gathers on the edge? Imagine, again, this time but different. A bird cresting the wind is lifted by a gust and downed by a stone. But the stone can come from above, if the bird is upside down. Where then did the gust come from, and which direction? Did the gods send either, or has the bird decreed their presence by her own mind-making? The all-sight of the scrolls makes a turning of the mind such that relative positions are absolute in their primacy. I ask you again to imagine for me. This time, you are beneath the ground. A tiny acorn planted by some well-meaning elf maiden of the woodlands for her pleasure. You wish to grow, but fear what you may become, so you push off the water, the dirt, the sun, to stay in your hole. But it is in the very pushing that you become a tree, in spite of yourself. How did this happen? The acorn is a kind of tree, egg in this instance, and the knowledge is water and sun. We are the chicken inside the egg, but also the dirt. The knowledge from the scrolls is what we push against to become full-sighted ourselves. One final imagining before your mind closes from the shock of ever knowing. You are now a flame burning bright blue within a vast emptiness. In time, you see your brothers and sisters, burnings of their own in the distance and along your side. A sea of pinpoints, a constellation of memories. Each burns bright, then flickers. Then two more take its place, but not forever, lest the void fills with rancid light that sucks the thought. Each of our minds is actually the emptiness, and the learnings of the scrolls are the pinpoints. Without their stabbing light, my consciousness would be as a vast nothingness, unknowing its emptiness as a void is unknowing of itself. But the burnings are dangerous, and must be carefully tended and minded and brought to themselves and spread to their siblings. Yeah, whoever wrote that's pretty weird.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
That Ruminations book is incomprehensible.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Signus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long.
Oh, where'd he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
Alright, so we've got to find Septimus then? Telekinesis arrows. This spell tome will teach its reader the unique art of the telekinesis arrow, giving both a lesser power and the knowledge to craft these special arrows. Upon firing the arrow, one will find it to be suspended, frozen in the air until the telekinesis arrow lesser power is cast, upon which the volley will be released. It appears that only a certain number of arrows can be suspended in the air at a time. Attempting to fire any more than 10, they are simply returned to the archer's quiver. While suspended, one can pluck them from the air, however. Upon making contact, these arrows lose their magical power and cannot be retrieved. As they contain magical properties of their own, they appear to me impervious to enchantments from the bow they are fired from. Well, that sounds kind of cool. I guess a magic school could be pretty handy there. All right, everyone, we got to go find Septis.
I'm glad we're together.
Yes, Serana, I'm fond of you too. Everybody, ready? Let's go. Well, I guess we're going to have some walking to do.
Welcome to the college.
Thanks for showing me the way in there, Feralda. that a little cottage over there? Oh, what are you, a ferryman?
Good morning. I can take you to any port on the coast.
Oh, no thank you. Ooh, this is gonna be cold. Yeah, that's chilly. Alright, they're just dragging behind some. Ooh, Nernroot.
Stay close to me. We'll take them on together. Oh, those things are ugly. Wait a minute, didn't Serana call me a horker face? I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths.
Okay there, buddy. Hey, I heard you know about the Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire. They absconded with them, or so they think. The ones they saw. The ones they thought they saw. I know of one. Forgotten. Sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp.
Alright, where is this scroll?
Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
Okay, can you help me get this scroll or not?
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return.
Alright, what do you want?
You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer city slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept.
Where is this Black Reach?
Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mazark. Oftand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
Alright, how do I get in?
2 things I have for you. 2 shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
All right. And what do I do with this sphere?
The deepest doors of Dwemer listen for singing. It plays the attitude of notes proper for opening. Can you not hear it? Too low for hearings?
And what about the cube?
To glimpse the world inside an Elder Scroll can damage the eyes or the mind, as it has to Septimus. The Dwemer found a loophole, as they always do, to focus the knowledge away and inside without harm. Place the lexicon into their contraption, and focus the knowings into it. When it brims with glow, bring it back, and Septimus can read once more.
Okay, you're weird, dude. I want to get the hell out of here. You're gonna, like, melt my brain or something.
I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths.
Let's go, everybody. Don't talk to him. Something's wrong with that guy. Alright, now that we're in a safe space.
The sun it's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
Serana, you keep talking over me. Now that we're in a safe space, Serana, can you teach me some stuff?
So, what do you want to talk about?
Train me, please.
Sure. In which skill?
Destruction.
All right then, let's begin.
Thank you, Serana.
What's the plan?
Alright, got a question though. Does it bother you that we're working against your father?
I can't say it surprises me. I kind of figured we were heading for this someday. I just didn't know when.
Is it going to be hard for you if we have to kill him?
If? I've been assuming that's where this is all going. I've been trying to make my peace with it. Come on, we can talk about this another time.
Alright, but hold on, I'm not quite done prying yet. Tell me about your family.
There's not a whole lot to tell. You've met both my parents. They're both crazy in their own way.
It sounds like you don't like either of them very much.
It's not that simple. I guess it never is with families, is it? What about you? What were your parents like?
I never knew them. I grew up alone.
I know how that feels. I mean, I know it isn't the same thing, but I was a pretty lonely child myself.
Oh, do you still feel lonely?
Not as much. Let's just keep going.
Well, you just want to dump all your emotional stuff on me when you feel like it, huh?
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
And that's where this chapter is going to come to an end. This is Chad Kill People, over and out.